Hello, welcome to the latest episode of the Debrief on the Blood Red channel. I'm here with Caoimhe O'Neill. We just watched Liverpool win 2-1 against Bournemouth. Another hard-fought win. Liverpool go within 9 points of a first league title since 1990. Liverpool's confidence was a little bit low going into it, wasn't it, Caoimhe, after a run of 3 defeats in 4. Confidence starting to come back slowly but surely, but it wasn't a straightforward win today, was it?
I mean, it wasn't the best start, was it?
No.
It's not what you want. 9 minutes in, Callum Wilson makes it 1-0 to Bournemouth after, completely going against the run of play. Liverpool were dominating. The Kop was roaring them on, as was, the whole Anfield crowd. It felt like the win was going to come and it was going to be, something spectacular, but then, completely not. And then we fall back into the Liverpool. Could they get beat again? Could they lose? And you have that little moment. But obviously the goal was a bit of an issue, wasn't it? I thought it was a foul on Joe Gomez, which a lot of people did. I think if Gomez goes down, it probably is a foul, but he stays on his feet, which is, I think Klopp said in his press conference after, he thought it was a clear foul. I think, that's maybe the trouble with VAR. Sometimes it doesn't look for that. If Gomez falls, it's given all day. But, and then obviously, Liverpool got it together in the space of 8 minutes. Salah and Mane, finally, we've got a goal, some great work from Salah, and then, of course, Mane. And the game just seemed to peter out a little bit, didn't it? But, Liverpool, do you think, will be happy just to get across the line? They almost spluttered over it.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Salah's goal, that's his 20th of the season now, and obviously the first Liverpool player to score 3 successive seasons, 20 goals or more, since Michael Owen, back in 2003. Everywhere you look across this Liverpool side, it's littered with superstars, and you look at the goalkeeper, Alisson, obviously Van Dijk, Mane, Firmino, but for me, I think Salah remains the jewel in the crown, if you like, and it was another massive goal from him today, wasn't it?
I think he's the superstar, like you say. He's got that sort of global audience watching him, as Liverpool do, but he just feels next level, and he hasn't been quite there lately, but today I think, especially after his goal, he just felt infused with energy, and every touch just seemed to be, back to what we know him doing best. But then obviously, the second half wasn't quite there in terms of performance, and Liverpool still are lacking that cutting edge, cutthroat performance. Maybe they're saving something for Wednesday when Atletico Madrid come to town. That'll be the hope. But yeah, I thought Salah was superb, took his goal well, and to think that he's the first Liverpool player to score that many goals and consecutively is unbelievable. And you mentioned that it's such an unbelievable team, but it'll take so long for us to let all this sink in. It'll be 20 years time, we'll be going, remember Salah done that was amazing. But you mentioned the goalkeeper there. What did you make of Adrian's performance? I thought it was sometimes a little bit infuriating when Joe Gomez is shouting him to come and get it, but we have to remember he's not Alisson.
Yeah, well that's it, isn't it? I mean, you can tell that there's that natural understanding with Alisson and Gomez and Van Dijk where he's normally off his line straight away, isn't he? And there was a couple of incidents, I think, in the first half when Gomez wanted him to come out and he looks ahead and the keeper's still on his line, and you can almost see him pointing come on, come out. But I suppose that's only natural with a player who's not in the team every week, is he? But weirdly, he's become an important figure in this Liverpool team this season, hasn't he, Adrian? Liverpool, he was the Super Cup hero and he's played a lot more games than he would have imagined when he signed on that free transfer in the summer, but looks like he's
his 17th, I think, today.
Yeah, I thought it was around about 15 or so, yeah. I mean, you would never have imagined the important role that the substitute goalkeepers had to play in what's going to be a Premier League title winning season.
Yeah, I think, Simon Mignolet, bite your hand off for the season Adrian's had this season, last season, with all the, the games he's been able to play, afforded to play. But I think there was that one sort of shot that went at him, and it was similar to Willian's goal the other night, when it sort of just bounced off anywhere, where Alisson has more of a control on his gloves. You feel he knows where he's going to palm it away, and but we are talking about the world's best goalkeeper, and then a goalkeeper who's now in the twilight of his career, but also offering a lot in terms of, you say, mentality. He faced up to the defeat the other night straight away and said about he took blame for the goal and stuff like that, and I think that's what you want from players. They want to step up and say, I'm sorry about that, it was my fault. And I think he's got that in abundance. He just obviously needs to work on his on his goalkeeping ability, because it's hard now. He's at that stage in his career. This is him, and you know, I think he will be revitalised by that performance. I know obviously he didn't get his clean sheet, but Liverpool need to keep a clean sheet on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
They have to, and I think, you know, a Spaniard facing a La Liga team, I think this could be, you know, the best performance. I think the cup brings something out in Adrian which we didn't necessarily see the other night. We saw moments of, you know, some amazing saves and blocks, and I think on Wednesday against Atletico, I think that could be the goalkeeper we see in abundance, and hopefully across the 90 minutes, because Liverpool are going to need it.
Yeah, and you mentioned there obviously Adrian in the twilight of his career. Another player who's around about a similar age was James Milner, standing in as captain in his unfavoured left-back role today. First half for over 2 months since he limped out of the FA Cup derby against Everton. What did you make of his performance? Incredible.
That clearance was just iconic, and probably the best thing I've ever seen in a football ground. I'm just going to put that out there, because if that's 2-2, that just changes the whole. I didn't think Liverpool were going to get another goal today. It just felt like that wasn't going to come. Even, you know, Firmino sparing that chance at the end, and there were moments. Obviously, Mane's hit the crossbar with what would have been one of the goals of the season, I thought. I just think Milner is incredible, and can he play for us forever? Because I just don't see him. You didn't see his age there. Yeah. Any time on the pitch where there was a problem, he seemed to be there trying to dig out the ball to fix it. I don't know how he ended up even clearing that ball off the line from left back. He ended up in a position you would assume the centre half would really be in. That was phenomenal, and I think his overall sort of play as a captain, he's a leader, isn't he? Where I don't think Van Dijk doesn't bring that, but I just think the years of experience are just so telling and important, and that's what's going to pull Liverpool over the line. As you know, teams are getting savvy now to us, aren't they? And you know, it takes a gritted teeth sort of performance like that from, you know, a leader like James Milner, which is what we've missed from Henderson, who could, you know, return on Wednesday. Yeah. Klopp mentioned that he'll be training tomorrow. How big of a boost do you think that'll be for Liverpool if Henderson's back? Yeah,
well, there's no doubt Liverpool have missed the captain, haven't they? And I think with him missing these games, and Liverpool have come into a bit of a sticky patch, he's kind of made maybe some of the doubters realise that actually, you know, Liverpool do need the captain. He's not the water carrier that, as the detractors point him out to be. We mentioned Salah and obviously his scoring streak and 20 goals for the season. A player who hasn't scored at Anfield all season is Roberto Firmino. Probably had his best chance of all in the 9 seconds, and he put it into the cop. Obviously he brings a lot more than just goals, you know, as a number 9, but I think that might start playing on his mind a little bit, this run.
It's getting a little bit worrying, isn't it? You're thinking, you know, I mean, I'm happy for him to score away goals forever. Yeah. I mean, he's popped up with some outrageously important goals and outrageously magical goals, because, you know, that's who he is, isn't he? As you say, he brings so much of Liverpool's play, and I don't think it's probably getting to a worry, but like if Liverpool are going to win the Premier League and Firmino hasn't scored at Anfield, it'll kind of just be funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know, our centre forward has not scored a goal at Anfield and we've won the league, like, you know, but maybe saving himself for a bigger game, a bigger day, and that could be this week, couldn't it?
Could be, yeah. Bigger game, bigger day on Wednesday when Liverpool entertain Atletico Madrid in the last 16 of the Champions League, looking to overturn a 1-0 deficit. Liverpool are 9 points from the Premier League title, but it's Champions League duty next.